Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of F1 2021 on my YouTube channel. And today we are doing the Bahrain Grand Prix ahead of tomorrow's race on Sunday with Charles Leclerc on pole, and that is why we are racing as him today at the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakhir. And personally, I am really looking forward to this 2022 season and this opening race because I saw the qualifying and it was really tight at the top. And I think Ferrari will challenge for a title, I think, this year, judging on what qualifying and pre-season testing has offered. They're going towards the start of Grand Prix, where the 5 red lights come on, and away we go here at Bahrain, and we get a good start actually in the Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, and we're going to look to make a big dive bomb down the inside, in which we do no contact made, just a lovely dive bomb there, and then up towards turn 4 we're going to try and make some other moves as well, around the outside, and let's see what we can do. And yes, we do make a couple of very good moves around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton. And then down the hill we go, defending, and we just look downfield to see the positions. And Yuki Tsunoda, actually, he got a very, very good start. So he is up to second place. Yeah, and there he is, falling short of Valtteri Bottas by around 2 seconds in first place, so it leads Valtteri Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda and Max Verstappen, the top 3 there. And we are having to defend from Daniel Ricciardo there from the back straight into that corner, what is following up, and on towards the back end of this lap. We are trying to defend from him, but Lewis Hamilton is actually closing up to Daniel Ricciardo because we have been fighting, and we're having to look after our position down into turn 1, and he actually gets past us, and we have to make a massive dive bomb to get past the Australian. Then that also invites Lewis Hamilton to have run into turn 4 on Daniel Ricciardo, so he drops off of the back of us to defend from Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis will look for a move around the outside. If he doesn't make it there, he will go down the hill like he did with Nico Rosberg back in 2014, and he does the same on Daniel Ricciardo. And this battle is going to continue down towards the next couple of corners onto the back straight, and Lewis Hamilton looks like he's got the move done, but Daniel Ricciardo comes back at him. He's going to win out this one, and Daniel Ricciardo actually goes wide and loses a lot of positions and is heading towards the back of the field, and that has helped us a tiny bit, but we are still having to push hard and try and keep this gap of about 9/10, 1 second from Lewis Hamilton now. And Yuki Tsunoda is actually holding up 2 Red Bulls, and Valtteri Bottas is getting away. So then moving on towards lap 3 then, Lewis Hamilton has actually caught us up, and we are having to look in our mirrors and see where is he going to go. Is he going to go down the inside, or is he going to go around the outside? He looks like he's going to go around the outside, but he dummies us actually, and we go round the outside, just trying to keep that move and that position. And then this is going to carry on down into turn 4, just like the battle with Max Verstappen he had in 2021, same position, but he's on the outside, and we squeeze him out just a bit. But he actually gets the run down into the next sequence of corners down the hill, but we cover him off, and that's when we squeeze him out. So it builds a bit of a gap, no contact made, but that is a hard, fair racing battle there. Then Lando Norris is going to have a run on Lewis Hamilton now, because he has lost a lot of time on us because we squeezed him out, but he has caught us up because he is in a Mercedes and we are in a Ferrari. And this is down the back straight here. We have to take avoiding action, otherwise when being contact made. He's going to try and go around the outside, no contact made, and that was very, very close, too close for comfort, and we have to let off the throttle there. But then during all that, Lando Norris has actually got ahead of Lewis Hamilton, but because of straight line speed, will Lewis Hamilton be able to get past him again? I don't think he will, but maybe into turn 1. they will both have a look at me for sure. But no, Lando Norris actually goes into the pits, so there probably was some contact made between Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris there. And he's looking at the back of us going down into turn 1, but we cover that off. But we do go a bit deep actually, so that will invite him to have a look at us up to turn 4. Let's see what happens here. So then he gets a good run on us, going round the outside again, and then Fernando Alonso actually comes out of nowhere, so we go wide a bit there. Then again, Lewis Hamilton comes at us down the hill, but we have learnt from the last lap to cover that off, and it'll be better. Then behind us, Carlos Sainz, our teammate, is battling his fellow Spaniard in Fernando Alonso, and Fernando Alonso wins out in that one. But then we make contact with Lewis Hamilton there actually. Of course, we leave the door open, but then we do cut it off, so it is our fault, I think. But it was a very nice drift from Lewis Hamilton to keep it under control there, and he has actually come out ahead of us, and nobody had damage from that, miraculously. And I thought either me or Lewis Hamilton would have had damage, but no damage done, as you can see on the front wings there, which was very lucky, to be honest, for both of us. But we are struggling because we went wide and our tyres are very, very bad now. So at the end of this lap, we are going to pit onto the mediums. And then further up the road, Max Verstappen has finally got past Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull, fighting against the other Red Bull sister team, and Yuki Tsunoda looks to fight back, but he just hasn't got the pace. And then, like I said earlier on, we are going to come in at the end of this lap to pit onto the mediums. It's an okay pit stop from the Ferrari pit crew. Could have been a bit faster. And then, as we see there, Daniel Ricciardo fighting Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher is going to carry on this fight down into turn 4. And he's actually ahead of the McLaren for now. And the McLaren can't actually get back past him. So that is a surprise there. But Mick Schumacher, fair play for keeping the McLaren of Daniel Ricciardo behind his Haas. And then moving on to lap 7, because nothing else really happened. And we are trying to defend from Lando Norris, actually, who is caught up to us, and we make a very good move on Pierre Gasly, who is just coming out of the pits. He is on colder tyres than us, but he will look to fight against us into turn 4. He's going to go down the inside. Lando Norris thought about it, and a bit of contact made, and he spins round because he tags our rear right tyre, and that is just unfortunate for the Frenchman. But we are going to get our head down and try and push as hard as we can to try and keep Lando Norris behind us and try and close the gap. Then moving on to lap 8, he is going to go round the outside, hopefully for him, into turn 1. We defend from him, going up into turn 4 again. And then we have DRS, so that helps us. So we have a bit more pace in a straight line. And then on towards the back straight, Lando Norris is going to come at us, and it also doesn't help us from locking up. And talk about locking up, Sebastian Vettel has done the same thing as what Daniel Ricciardo did. And Lando Norris is going to look at us round the outside. Doesn't quite work for him. It would have been a good move. And then here, Kimi Räikkönen is actually attacking Sergio Perez, and Kimi Räikkönen is yet to stop. And I wonder if he will come in at the end of this lap. And yes, he does actually. He does come in, so his tyres must be shot now because he has stayed out on them for 8 laps. And then we are going down on the main straight, still trying to defend from Lando Norris, and a lot of people are coming for their pit stop now, and we came in very early indeed. And then Lando Norris is actually going to go round the outside in turn 1. We take a lot of curb, and we actually spin, and I think we took a lot of curb when we didn't mean to, and we go over grass and we do again spin it. So here's another replay. Just look how much curb we take. We take a lot of curb, which we didn't really need to. And then I just put too much revs on it, and going across the grass I try and go flat out, but that just doesn't work. So then as we come onto the track, we didn't really realise that Nikita Mazepin was there, and he actually hits us, so I'm sorry for him because it probably ruined his race as well, even though he was at the back of the field, and that is going to be our race done, unfortunately. So my predictions for the Bahrain 2022 first race opener is Max Verstappen will win, and unlike the story with Valtteri Bottas winning, but I do feel like Alfa Romeo are strong and Ferrari are strong as well, but I just think that Verstappen will win it. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.